Umamusume got picked up by everyone. I picked up the game because of that, and I just immediately fell in love with it because it's so refreshing. What it reminds me of, honestly, is Kantai Collection. And if you've ever played Kantai Collection, it's infamous for kind of not giving you a lot of control. I'm understaying it like crazy. You really don't have much control over your ships the moment you send them. You just have to watch them hopefully succeed, sometimes fail in events, most of the time fail, until you get a run that carries you through. And it's largely luck based, it's largely RNG based. But the thing about that is, I think the thing that people, especially on the outside, overstate about like Kancolle's is RNG-ness is that they make it so sound like, oh, you literally make no decisions, you literally is complete 100% luck, your decisions don't matter, etc. Your decisions matter a lot, but you make all of your decisions before you send out your fleet. If this is you sending out your fleet, this is where you spend the majority of your time watching your fleet go through and succeeding or failing, and you don't really have control over that. But this is how much time you spent on it. This is how much of those decision points actually matter, because I would say like 90% of your time is spent reorganizing your fleet, making sure fleet 1 is like this, fleet 2 is like this, and the fleet order does matter. So fleet 1 is like this, fleet 2 is like this. Within the fleet itself, that they're in this order, so battleship, submarine, battleship, aircraft carrier, whatever, you do have to make a lot of decisions. So there's a lot of skill in the preparation, and that's what determines your success in the events. Because sure, it's mostly RNG at that point, you only have, say, a 10% chance of making it to the end, but your chances would be literally zero if you're like, well, it's all luck based anyway, so I'm just gonna do whatever because my decisions don't matter. No, okay, then your chances are literally zero. You have to make the right decisions before you even send out your fleet to even have a chance. To bring this all the way back to Umamusume, yes, the races themselves, you don't have any control over. But then you do so much prep work the other half of the time. You're doing so much, like planning out your training, planning out the additional races, planning out what skills they should use, planning out, like, even before you even start the campaign, picking your legacy horses to train up your current horse, picking your skill cards. And I was debating this with someone who was like complaining like, oh, it's all luck based, you have to have the high tier cards. No, one of my best runs was all R cards, all the lowest rarity, and I'm doing a run right now with the Tokai Teo with all common cards because I genuinely think they're the best cards. Yeah, there's so much preparation that goes into the race itself that, despite the fact that you can't control the race, is the fruit of all of your labor, and that's why it feels so satisfying. It's a very satisfying experience because it kind of feels like a roguelike in that way. It feels like you are rewarded for good strategy, good decisions, and sure, you can get fucked over by luck, and the game does kind of rig things against you, frankly, to try to get you to pull on the gacha. I'm aware of that, but also like to inflate the difficulty, but then just being able to overcome that. There's so many times I lose, and it's sort of like, sure, yes, I could have gotten luckier for sure, but also I think to myself, maybe I should have focused more on stamina this run. Maybe I should have gotten this skill instead of that skill. And it's like, you think back on your decisions as well as your bad luck.